So, I'm sitting here on the dock looking at the view, and I'm thinking, like, why am I beefing with Cam? And the only reason why is because I just never got to talk to him. He publicly said he wasn't going to talk to me, but almost every OG from Harlem and everyone I respect is like, yo, cut this shit, it's embarrassing. So, Daniel spoke to Cam, and we could resolve this. I just want to talk to him, and it's over. And if you need to, because we can't publicly have us as black people beefing with each other. That's just what they want. They use us to tear each other down. They don't do it. We do it to ourselves, but they usually pay us to do it. And I'm not going to get caught up in that. So I'd prefer to squash this. I want to apologize to Harlem because I know this was embarrassing for Harlem. And I'm man enough, but the thing is, in Harlem, we deal with things different. It also comes with violence. And I can't be violent, and I won't be violent. And I don't want any of my friends to be violent. My job is to keep them out of jail. So the only way I can deal with things, to keep certain things out of the algorithm, is to answer as soon as somebody says something. And my version of violence is just lawsuits. If I could take it to the streets, I would, but we can't. And the Italian Godfather, part 2, he killed his brother. The black Godfather don't kill his brother. He teaches his brother. So, again, if y'all want to sit down and work it out, I don't even want to be a part of that project that y'all doing. I don't really understand what it is. But I feel like 50, Cam, me, if together we show that we could be beefing, pause, and then come together and maybe do a TV show together, something different, or a movie or something, just showing the world that we can work together, then we would prove everyone wrong. They love us tearing each other down, and I'm not doing that shit. And I apologize to my OGs for embarrassing y'all. But I just wanted to talk to him. And he finally talked to, he finally replied when I hit him with the lawsuit, and I was like, nah, go talk to Daniel. And if you want to, Daniel, if you want, please arrange us to have a sit down. You can bring who you want. And also 50, you're invited too. But instead of us talking about each other on fucking social media like clowns, let's sit down and talk like real men. Let's take this off the street. The street right now is the internet, and this shit is corny. So I don't want to fight with y'all no more. Now, I heart, that's different. And Revolt, the Tavio, same thing. You stopped replying to me 2 days before I went to the Breakfast Club, but I don't work for you. I am the chairman. When I'm on Revolt with my content, I'm the chairman because I don't talk to your staff. I talk to mine, which I have. I'm the chairman of America New when it's on Revolt. So to me, if the Breakfast, I won't get into it, but we can have a sit down too, because I'm not going to stop legally. I'm going to respond. That's what I didn't do before, and this is what I've learned. This is the only way I could fight. But you're not going to line me up and set me up. So you can come to the conversation as well. Bring who you want. Charlemagne, you're not invited. I need real men, pause, masculine. We need to speak like masculine men in each other's eyes and deal with all those problems. So I'm still, if y'all coming at me, pause, I'm going to always hit back. But I'd rather squash this, pause. And please don't take my grace as weakness. We're in front of a lot of people, and this is not the right example. Later.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
What's going on, world? It's Xiaomi Sensei ripping them back again with another video. Listen, y'all. Moments ago, 50 Cent responds to Dame Dash wanting to put an end to the beef between him, 50, and Cam. Okay, only under one condition. As you seen in the video, Dame said he's willing to put an end to all of this back and forth only if Dame, 50, and Cam can come together and work on this Paid in Full project. Okay, this is according to Dame. All right, let's just put an end to all this and sit down at the round table. And let's really put our minds together so we can put out a dope project. This is Dame. Well, moments ago, 50 Cent responded to Dame's comments, okay? And of course, as we all can expect, man, 50 Cent, listen, if anyone's going to be petty, it's going to be 50, man. And of course, moments ago, this is what 50 had to say to Dame's request. 50 Cent says, I agree with Dame, 100%. It's better to work together. We should sit down and figure out how to move forward. I believe we can create a path to more success. Oh, wait, Cam just said F Dame and his fake chat GPT lawsuit. So it's F you, Dame. You see what I'm saying, y'all? The moment that Dame suggested, how about we all come together and work on this project? I said, I don't know about this. There's too many bosses in the room. You know what I mean? Too many people with egos. Who's going to take lead on this project, right? Who's going to fall back? You know what I mean? And assist. I don't know, y'all. Between Dame, Cam, and 50, come on, y'all. He had everybody hooked with the, yo, I agree with Dame. Let's sit down and work together. And then, wait a minute, hold up. Cam said F Dame and his fake chat GPT lawsuit. Ain't even taking the lawsuit serious, man. Now, again, like I said, just as I knew, I already knew 50, Cam really hasn't responded. I mean, he did in his last episode on Talk with Flea, but for the most part, Cam said he's done going back and forth with Dame. Matter of fact, he says they're past the point of no return. So, listen, unless the business is straight, I don't know, y'all. Like I said, it might be too late for that, Dame, because the damage is already done. You get what I mean? You done already announced this lawsuit, right, or the plans to sue Cam. And how much? You know what I mean? Alleged 300 mil? You know what I mean? For defamation? I mean, come on, y'all. This is how serious this situation has got. All right. Now 50 saying he done used ChatGPT to create this lawsuit. 50 wild, man. But like I said, this is exactly what I expected from 50. Cam as well. He gonna see exactly what Dame said and say, yeah, this guy, you can't take him serious, because at the end of the day, we here now. You get what I mean? Dame and Cam gotten to a point where people thought, right? And I'll admit, I was one of them people, thought that this back and forth equaled up to them just create more content for their platforms, right? Maybe that was the case going into it. But now, as we see, things have gotten out of hand, okay? You got kids being brought into the mix, people bringing up, you know what I mean, deceased relatives, parents. I mean, yo, it's a matter of time, right? Just like Cam said the other day, we're at that point of no return. Now, Dame, listen, like I said, maybe his heart is in the right place, but you gotta understand, you dealing with Cam and 50. That's why I said, nah, I ain't believing it. You know, it sounds good, but no, come on, not gonna happen. And it's unfortunate, but like I said, after last week, Dame Dash, man, listen, you had a hell of a run last week, man. Now it's time to lock back in and focus on these projects, because right now, you know, I think people are really moving, you know what I mean? They're moving on from this this back and forth, because at the end of the day, you know, what comes with this? You know what I mean? What are we really doing here? Is it really a beef between Dame Dash, Cam, and 50? No, come on. They just using the opportunity to promote these projects. And according to 50, a paid in full project is in the works, man, with Miramax. So, you know, again, can 50 actually pull this off? You know, was he trolling initially when announcing this project? Because again, the moment, you know, the moment it was reported that Camron was going to be working alongside 50 in the project, you already knew exactly what that was going to do, right? You know that was going to provoke a response. Hold on, let me make sure my shit right. You knew that was going to provoke a response from Dame Dash. 1 second. All right. But yeah, you know exactly what that was going to do for Dame. You know it was going to get under his skin. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. Now Dame is saying, listen, let's put an end to all of this so we can come together and work on this project. And like I said, I mean, I don't think this is the move, man. Paid in full TV series in the works. Come on. Can they pull this off even though it's already been done? How about we create some new stories, all right? That's just me. I understand 50 has his own demographic. He has his own market that he's cultivated with, you know, Power, right? BMF, all of these shows. But this, come on, 50 could have worked on any project. He chose this for a reason because he knew exactly how upset Dame would get the moment he heard this. Because come on, how was Dame not a part of this, considering his contribution when putting his movie out? Like I said, that's named the classic in the streets. All right, you know, today, cool. Maybe things have changed, right? You got younger kids watching the movies, but growing up, Paid in Full was classic. And even the DVD, right, that came out before the movie. You know what I mean? So listen, as you can see right here, no writer or network streamer is currently attached to the project, but the search is actively on for someone to help develop the series. Now think about that. 50 already announced it, even though they don't even have a team, right, assembled to make this happen. So come on. 50 knew what he was doing when he made the announcement. So again, you know, will we get to see a Paid in Full TV series from 50, right? Cam being attached to the project? I don't think so, y'all. I'm gonna be real. If 50's calling Cap on a lawsuit, then damn it, this might have been Cap right here. But again, like I said, what's the point? They've already made history with Paid in Full. It's time to create new stories, man. Tell new stories. What's wrong with that? I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of our people are tired of these drug dealer shows anyway. We passed that. That's all we seem to get nowadays on television. Is your BMFs, your Powers, right? Your Snowfall, or your damn Zeus. Reality TV. Either way, people are exhausted with that type of content. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So when 50 announced it, it's like, salute the Fifth, right? For having more opportunities, right? We understand that Hollywood, they being petty right now. We get it. Get your money. However, it's time for a new day, man. It's time for us to tell new stories. We moving in the future, right? So that means you have to get a team that's going to really, you know what I mean, put the work in, right? It's a challenge, but keep going back and trying to, you know what I mean, take these classics and find a way to come up with a reboot in hopes that people will fall in love. Listen, we did that already. That's why I said we're Paid in Full. I'm like, I don't know. And the fact that they don't even have anyone attached to the project should let you know 50 and Cam, they was doing this shit to get under Dame's skin. And that's exactly what happened. And Dame joined right along. Said, all right, y'all want to be petty? Let's be petty. Okay, I'm suing Cam for 300. 50, you ain't even a boss. Okay, because you don't own nothing. Come on. Matter of fact, let's stop this, y'all. Let's sit down at the round table and get to this money, yo. Y'all, listen, Dame is hilarious. All of them. Dame, Cam, 50. Like I said, it's just what happens when the shit talking go left. All right? You know what I mean? Once you bring fat kids into the mix and all of that, things get different, right? And again, there used to be love and respect between Dame and Cam, but then when something like this happened, you start to see people's real character. You know what I mean? Get exposed in a situation. But again, y'all let me know, what are your thoughts on 50's response to Dame's request for everybody to sit down at the round table to work on this Paid in Full project. As you can see, 50 at first had everybody thinking, like, you right, Dame, let's sit down at the round table. Just for you to be like, oh, wait a minute. Cam just said F Dame and his fake chat GPT lawsuit. So it's F you, Dame. Listen, man. 50's a wild boy, but y'all let me know, man. What are your thoughts on this back and forth involving 50 Cent, Dame Dash, and Camron after, hearing 50's response, man? Can you take him serious at this point? Because, again, the moment I heard Dame's request, he could have came out and just said, I apologize to 50 and Cam. No, he was just like, look, y'all want me to stand down? All right, I'll stand down only under one condition. Let's all come together and work on this project. The moment he said that, okay. So you mean to tell me Dame gonna be in there barking on 50 and Cam? Come on, that's not gonna happen. 50 gonna be barking on Dame and Cam? That's not gonna happen. So yeah, the moment I heard that, I said, I don't know. But as you can see with 50, he ain't standing down, y'all. So that being said, y'all let me know your thoughts on everything down in the comment section below. But that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Until next time, peace. Dang, it's time to lock in, move on, bro. It is what it is. I don't know about that lawsuit, but like I said, homie, just go on ahead and just keep it moving, because they gonna keep being petty. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. But all right, y'all, I'm out.
MREC TV.
We mentioned Vlad TV.
Right.
Now,
Put me on. What's going on? Why he put your name in a bad light? Like, what's going on?
He was a part of that whole Kading, Reggie Wright, now Whack 100. He was a part of that whole team out there in Cali that was spreading false information by the death of Biggie Smalls.
So they get the nigga and shit, so man, they put him on the car on the ground and shit, they rob him and shit. Like, feel me, the shotty, I sawed it off myself, so I know that shit do real damage. TM had that shit to the nigga head, and I'm thinking to myself, it ain't even over no real money. I'm already about to go to jail. And I said, nah. And the nigga eased up off him. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of terrified because I ain't even want to see that. Like, I wanted them niggas like, I'll pat at you, but I ain't running up on you and shooting you in the face and then standing over you, hitting you 12 times. I'm not psychotic like that. Like, you feel me? If I did it, it was over some money or over some disrespect. So I was out to prove a point, not to, you know, maim or disfigure nobody. Like, I'm not a psycho type shit. Like, you feel me? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? That was a terrifying moment for me because I ain't want to see that, and I'm about to get sentenced, you feel me?
Have you lived the life the streets tried to write for you, but ultimately found your own ending? Do you have a story of survival, betrayal, or redemption? We're looking for real people with real experiences to share their truth. If the streets tried to break you, but you made it out, we want to hear from you. Hit us up now to be a part of The Streets Is a Myth.
I don't be wanting no distractions when I'm starting my day. I'm facing 20 years in jail. I don't got no time to...
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all.